My name is Chris Stevens, and I'm the new U.S. Ambassador to Libya. I had the honor to serve as the U.S. envoy to the Libyan opposition during the revolution, and I was thrilled to watch the Libyan people stand up and demand their rights. Now I'm excited to return to Libya to continue the great work we've started, building a solid partnership between the United States and Libya to help you, the Libyan people, achieve your goals.
U.S. Ambassador Chris Stevens back in June of 2012 introducing himself to the Libyan people. 3 months later, Stevens and 3 other Americans were killed when the U.S. consulate in Benghazi, Libya was attacked. Now, not much is known about what happened that day. Tomorrow, Hillary Clinton scheduled to appear before the Benghazi Select Committee, but will her testimony provide insight or stonewalling? And for more, we are joined by former CIA Analyst Fred Fleitz. Fred is now Senior Vice President for Policy and Programs at the Center for Security Policy. Thanks for joining us at Newsmax Prime.
Good to be here.
Mr. Fleitz, what do you expect to hear from Hillary Clinton tomorrow?
Well, this is a tremendous opportunity for Hillary Clinton. It's a national audience where she can show her toughness, and she can portray this committee as a partisan exercise and advance her presidential campaign. And I think the Republicans come in knowing that, because she's very skillful in situations like this, and she's going to do her darndest to turn this hearing to her advantage.
So in some ways, it's not only what is being said, but how it is being said. How confrontational do you think Hillary Clinton will get with some of the Republican members of this committee?
She'll be extremely confrontational. I think she knows, as a woman witness, there's a certain line that these male members of the committee are not going to cross, because they know how it will look on television. I think she's well aware of that, and she's going to push that as far as she possibly can.
All right, many pundits have accused the Benghazi Committee as being a partisan witch hunt with Hillary Clinton as the target. But documents found at the compound in Libya revealed there were worries about safety, and emails from Christopher Stevens showed he requested extra security. So don't the emails in some way prove that the committee is not partisan?
It's not a partisan committee. Bear in mind that Speaker Boehner did not want to start this committee. He only did it because the stonewalling was so enormous by the administration that he was sort of kicking and screaming into approving it. The administration is claiming there were 7 prior investigations. This has been investigated to death. There's nothing to look into. Let's talk about that. One of these investigations was a State Department investigation. 4 of the 5 members were named by Hillary Clinton. Clinton aides were overseeing this investigation and sanitizing documents. It's called the ARB. It's a review board. It's completely meaningless. The other 7 were congressional investigations, and during those investigations, the administration did something I call the jurisdiction game. They would only allow foreign affairs committees to look at State Department documents, not intelligence documents. Intelligence committees could look at foreign affairs documents. The same thing with witnesses. So no committee could look at the whole story. That's why we have a special committee that can look at everything. And we're seeing that there's still documents coming in right now. Christopher Stevens' emails were released just today. So there's a lot to look at here.
All right, what will be the news coming out of the Benghazi Committee tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. Fred Fleitz, we know you're going to stay on top of it. We'll want to talk to you when we do hear what the news is. So thank you so much for coming to us from Washington, D.C. tonight. And we're going to get to some social media right now. Many of you written in on Donald Trump's comments about former President George W. Bush in 9/11 and the feud that's ensued with his brother Jeb Bush. Well, first we hear from William, who writes, Trump never accused George W. Bush of anything. What Trump did was bait Jeb in defending him. Trump played it beautifully, and Jeb bought it hook, line, and sinker. Next from Aaron, who writes, I don't think that Donald Trump should necessarily back down on his comments on George W. Bush, because it definitely keeps the Bush name in the spotlight, what can only be a win for the Donald. And finally, we hear from Janet, who writes, speaking historically of 9/11, only further points out our flaws with our immigration policies. Since 15 of the 9/11 attackers were in our country illegally, why wouldn't he want to highlight 9/11, illegal immigration, national security, and terrorism? Keep talking, Trump, and we want you to keep talking and emailing and sending us your thoughts. Make sure you write us at newsmaxtv.com/comments. And that ends a busy news day. I'm Rick Blackwell. We're going to see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching Newsmax Prime.